Hi, Forrest. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good. What did you come in to see me about?
Well, I don't know, I guess I just needed to talk to somebody.
Okay, well, it's a good thing you're here. I was wondering, how was your environment when you were growing up? Tell me a little bit about I guess, the family environment. Was your mom there, dad there, that sort of thing?
Well, it was kind of off and on.
Yeah?
I don't know what you mean by there, though. They did quite a few drugs.
Gotcha. Um, so the majority of the time when you were a child, what was the normal routine for you? I mean, for instance, some they sat at the dinner table every night. Some, parents are divorced and whatnot. What was your
Yeah, we never
normal?
really sat around at the dinner table. The, uh, I don't know, it was, sometimes they were okay, I guess, but other times they were loaded up on drugs, and me and my sister used to go try to stay as far away from them as we could, because they both did meth.
Heavens. When do you first remember that happening?
I think remembering, consciously, probably 6 or 7.
Wow.
So it was never really comfortable growing up in my own house.
Right. I imagine that would create quite a chaotic environment for you as a child.
Yeah, it wasn't very much fun.
So, do you think that their involvement with drugs, starting from when you're a young age, do you think that impacted your currently using drugs?
I guess they taught me it was okay. I mean, we never had a problem with it. They started giving me things, marijuana at 14.
Yeah.
I remember sitting around smoking with them. I don't know, I mean, I use drugs because I like them. They make me feel good.
Do you think, um, that you're using drugs is based on that being, so normal to you in your childhood, your youth, that's what you saw, at, rather than basing your decisions in life according to what's good and healthy for you?
I don't know. I think I do them because they make me feel good. When I'm not doing them, I don't feel that great. So, you know, I feel pretty good when I'm taking them. So, it just makes me want to take them.
What I'd like to do is somehow, see if we can focus, on who is Forrest. Who is he? What are your thoughts? What's your identity? Did you, adopt the identity of your parents and make them your own? Or is there a totally different Forrest somewhere underneath?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty much am who I am.
Well, we can. change, change our behaviors, change how we think about things, see the truth of the matter rather than going along with what everyone else thinks is right. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think anything about that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put things in a different way. The truth of the matter. I know you're saying you don't know what to think about this, so we're gonna talk about the truth. The truth is you're continually going to jail. You're continually having, violent episodes. You're, getting picked up for assault and whatnot. I want to focus on the truth since you're saying I don't know. Okay, so let's focus on that. These things clearly aren't healthy for you if you're, getting locked up and whatnot. Does that, seem like the...
Well, it seems healthier than staying outside in the cold winter.
Okay, if there is we can go about it, we can go the route of, helping you find a place where you can start over, where you don't have to be in that drug-filled environment. But I think the biggest thing right now is you seeing and recognizing, the truth behind what's healthy for you and what's not, versus just going along with a decision based on other people around you.
No, I think it sounds like you've got it figured out.
I don't have it figured out. This is about you, and I guess I'm trying to, maybe stir something up in you to, or maybe get you to thinking about things a little bit differently. That, though you were raised that way, and as a child, that's all you knew, so that was normal for you. Based on you growing up, that's all you were familiarized with. Showing you, one, that there's a different way of being, and I guess talking about things to let you know that there is hope. I guess I would just like to learn more about you rather than hearing my own voice. So what are your thoughts on, making a change to where, it could really benefit your life long term?
I think my life's okay. I mean, sometimes it's easier just to go do something dumb so I get a place to stay during the winter months.
Well, I mentioned a while ago, we can address that. So that doesn't have to, you don't have to choose to go down the path of making dumb decisions just to get negative attention. The police lock you up and, I have a roof over my head.
Who can I talk to about that?
That's what you're doing here now. We'll get that
So you
figured
gonna
out.
give me a house?
We'll figure that out. We'll go there.
How
But
am I
there
gonna pay
has
for
to
it?
be, let's not worry about that right now. What you're here to talk to me about is, the drug-related, things that, have gone on, and let's see if there's, a desire maybe in there to, obviously there is a desire in you because
Well,
you're here.
as far as the
so-
drugs go, I mean, some ways it's easier just to go to jail because when I'm in jail, I can't do drugs. I don't have access to them, I guess. And so when I'm in jail, I don't have to worry about that as much.
No, I do understand what you're saying. You don't have to worry about being strong there if there's no access to them. You don't have to, it's like working muscles. You don't have to work those muscles because there's already preventative things in place to where you don't have to really try to not do drugs because they're not even offered, right? So I understand what you're saying.
Oh, I sometimes, the longer I'm in there, the more I get used to not doing them.
Well, there can be a way we can,
Because everybody I know, like you said, everybody I know, it's
yeah.
just what they do.
Well, you know what? I remember in one session a couple weeks back, you were telling me about your brother and how you had gone to stay with him and his wife, and but I remember, and I don't remember the reason why, but I remember you told me how you were able to get off drugs and you were doing really good. Can you tell me about what?
Yeah, he kicked me out of the house because I brought a pipe in his house.
Oh, Forrest, why did you do that?
I don't know.
Do you think that that's a positive relationship, one that maybe you'd like to foster?
Yeah, but I don't know. He ain't gonna let me back in his house now. So.
I think the first thing to do is to, we'll talk about this later, but right now I guess I just want to.
I don't know how to make it right with him after I did that, because he told me before I moved in that I can't do any of that. And that was, he's got his kids there and stuff like that, and I brought it in around his kids.
Right.
He said I can't come around anymore.
Well, one thing that, I was hoping to talk to you a
In
little.
fact, he said don't come back for over a decade till the kids, don't come back till after the kids are gone.
Goodness, okay. Well, clearly he made boundaries before you went in there. And that's one thing I was hoping to kind of talk to you about is, you're able to make boundaries yourself. And on the flip side, you have to respect the boundaries of others. So that's just something we have to learn in normal living. It helps us, have a really good and positive life is, respecting the boundaries of others, what lines to cross, what not to cross, but you also have boundaries in place to protect yourself from being put in a position where someone's invading, your environment, for instance, and maybe they're not a healthy influence on your life. So, he set boundaries, so that's a positive thing. It's understandable. You wouldn't want, maybe unstable things coming around, your family.
Yeah.
But it can be a good thing, okay? You can learn from him. You're learning right there. Okay, yeah, I made an oops, okay? Just take one step at a time and you get on the road to recovery, that sort of thing, and better your life. But
Recovery, what does that mean?
well, it's been normal for you to, putting yourself in a harmful place for you, so making new decisions and recovering from an old way of thinking. So it's like,
Yeah, but if I knew how to do that, I just don't know how to do that, I guess.
well, that's why we're here and we're talking things out. So, you'll continue session by session. We'll just keep discussing things and maybe get down to the root of, how you go about thinking about things. It impacts how you relate to others and, what I was talking about, boundaries and whatnot. It's just step by step, things will get better.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming in. I'll see you next week, okay?
All right.